This is the WJTS News. In tonight's news, the investigation into a weekend fatal pedestrian accident in Perry County continues. MasterBrand named presenting sponsor of the Ferdinand Hymet Fest with a performance by headliner Cale Dodds. Beware of flooded roadways as you travel. And Kerry Schneider talks with the Dubois County Humane Society. Kurt Guxell looks at high school baseball in sports, followed by WJTS Informed. Tonight, Paige Mundy and Heather Nichols talk about the Dubois County CARES, the Coalition for Adolescent Resilience and Empowerment Strategies. All this and more coming up on the 18 WJTS News. Good evening, I'm Bill Potter with the WJTS News. The report of a fire in a grain elevator prompted an early Monday evening call to the St. Henry Volunteer Fire Department. Firefighters were called just before 7 p.m. last night to a farm owned by Byron Huffman, located along the 3000 block of County Road 1100 South in Huntingburg. Fire Chief Steve Eckert says the grain elevator fire was for the most part, put out by an extinguisher used by an employee before crews arrived at the scene. He says damage was minimal. Eckert says an investigation found that none of the fire traveled into the grain transport area of the elevator and that the fire was contained to the self-contained drive engine and drive belt area. Crews utilized a foam agent to cool down metal areas and cover all electrical parts of the elevator to prevent a reignition of the blaze. Eckert says the elevator was moved out and away from grain bins by an employee into a safe location on the premises. 13 men along with 4 trucks were on the scene for about 30 minutes. Heavy, sustained rains that fell across the area in the early part of this past weekend have resulted in a new list of rural roadways across Dubois County that have been blocked or closed by the Dubois County Highway Department due to high water. That list includes County Road 875 West, south of County Road 150 North at Little Flat Creek, and County Road 800 West, north of County Road 300 South at the River Bottoms at the Patoka River in Madison Township. County Road 150 South, west of Old Huntingburg Road, and Elk Creek Road, north of County Road 400 South at the Patoka River, also in Madison Township. Old Huntingburg Road, north of County Road 400 South at the Patoka River in Bainbridge Township. County Road 400 South, west of Elk Creek Road at Elk Creek and First Street in Huntingburg, west of County Road 75 west of Bruner Creek in Patoka Township. By now, some of those roads may have reopened, but other roads may have closed. Motorists are asked to steer clear of any area that is flooded and are encouraged to never attempt to drive through flooded or blocked roadways. Authorities have released further details as they continue their investigation of an accident that killed a pedestrian along a Perry County highway this past weekend. The Perry County Sheriff's Office says deputies began to investigate the incident that took place along a stretch of Highway 66 west of Tell City. They say the accident took place shortly before 4 a.m. Central Time. Authorities say the initial call came in from a man stating that he had hit a pedestrian. When a deputy made it to the scene, authorities say a man identified as Roger Seaton of Hawesville, Kentucky, was found lying unconscious in a ditch just east of the Wapaka Foundry. Authorities say Seaton was taken to a nearby hospital where he was pronounced dead. The Perry County Sheriff's Office said it believes Seaton was walking east toward Tell City on the north side of the road. Deputies say a driver of a Dodge truck was traveling west on Highway 66 toward Troy, striking Seaton on or near the westbound lane. Authorities say the incident is still under investigation. North America's #1 kitchen and bath cabinet manufacturer will again headline this year's Ferdinand Hymet Fest. The Hymet Fest Committee is pleased to announce MasterBrand Cabinets will act as presenting sponsor for the 2019 Hymet Fest for the 4th consecutive year. This year's fest will be held on June 21st and 22nd at 18th Street Park in Ferdinand. As the leading kitchen and bath manufacturer in North America, MasterBrand Cabinets Incorporated employs about over 14,000 people in North America and over 1,700 people in Ferdinand alone. Master Brand originally started with their Aristocrat brand in 1954 in Celestine. The Ferdinand Hymet Fest will be held at 18th Street Park on June 21st and 22nd. This year's Hymet Fest features inflatables for kids, a variety of contests, delicious food, a beer garden, and musical acts on the main stage Friday and Saturday evening. This year's headliner is Cale Dodds. The rising country music star is the lead act during a free night of entertainment at the Hymet Fest on Saturday, June 22nd at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Cale Dodds first made a name for himself as a songwriter, and as 1,000 Horses took his co-penned song Drunk Dial to number 23 on the Billboard Country charts in 2015. Opening for Dodds will be Abigail Rose Clark at 7:30. Clark is a native of Pendleton and is in the process of producing her first album featuring some of her original songs. She has also covered classics by John Sebastian, Ray Davis, Roger McGuinn, and Elliot Murphy. Friday night's entertainment will be a local favorite, Studebaker, playing classic rock with a touch of country. They include Dave Breitweiser, Mark Mayo, Marty Kingsbury, and Craig Schneider. Visit the Ferdinand Hymet Fest Facebook page or website at ferdinandhymetfest.com to stay up to date with the latest information. The Indiana Department of Transportation says there will be daytime road closures on State Road 257 in Pike County this week. INDOT says beginning on or around this Wednesday, April 3rd, State Road 257 will be closed between State Road 56 and State Road 64, south of the Otwell Junction, for multiple pipe replacement operations. Work will begin after school buses have completed their routes and is expected to be wrapped up in time for school traffic to pass through. Depending on the weather, work is expected to last until the end of the week. The official detour is State Road 56, State Road 61, and State Road 64. A Princeton police officer was arrested after an Indiana State Police investigation alleges he let a suspect toss heroin after he was already placed in custody. 28-year-old Officer Brant George was charged with official misconduct. The investigation surrounds a February 5th traffic stop on US 41 at County Road 150 South. George made the traffic stop, and a short time later, an Indiana State Police K-9 unit arrived on the scene and alerted officers to possible drugs in the vehicle. Indiana State Police say they were not able to find any drugs inside the vehicle, but cuffed the driver and passenger and placed them both in different patrol cars. The passenger was placed inside George's car to be taken to the Princeton Police Department. While George was taking the person to the police department, he allegedly learned the suspect had 77 grams of heroin inside of his pants near his groin area. George allegedly let the suspect get rid of the drugs before arriving at the police station. When investigating officers learned the heroin was tossed, they immediately went and recovered it. George was arrested on Monday after turning himself in to the Gibson County Jail. He has since posted a $1,500 bond. You can be part of the addiction solution in Dubois County. Residents are asked to bag medications and dispose of them at the Dubois County Medication Collection Saturday, April 27th, as part of the Drug Enforcement Administration's National Pharmaceutical Drug Take Back event. The Jasper State Police Post, located at 2209 Newton Street, will host the collection from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m., while the Ferdinand Fire Station, located at 221 East 4th Street, and Snellville Fire Station, located at 8090 East Snellville Road, will host from 10 a.m. till 12 noon. The Huntingburg and Jasper Police Departments have a 24/7 medication drop box in their lobbies, available for any Dubois County resident at any time. You may contact those departments individually for any restrictions they may have. Chief Deputy of Dubois County, Chris Falkenberg with the Dubois County Sheriff's Office, has asked Dubois County residents to clean out the expired, unwanted, and unused medications from your home. Be sure not to forget vitamins, ointments, syrups, drops, herbal products, meds that should have been kept cold but were not, and aerosols not in pressurized containers. These pharmaceuticals will be accepted at the collection sites. No sharps, such as needles, infectious materials, anything containing bodily fluids, or waste will be collected. This collection is for private citizens only. No collection will be accepted from for-profit businesses or health facilities. Unused drugs are a common household health threat that could be lessened when you clean the old and unused meds out of your home. Dubois County Solid Waste Management Director Carla Striegel-Winter reminds residents that correct disposal of medications creates a safer and cleaner environment, and greater public awareness reduces illegal activities and scavenging of personal property in public waste receptacles. The Dubois County Sheriff's Office will supervise the collections at the Ferdinand and Schnellville fire stations, and the Indiana State Police will supervise at the Jasper Police Post site. This project impacts the substance abuse and environmental stewardship of Dubois County communities. The sponsors of this Dubois County medication collection are the Drug Enforcement Administration, the Indiana State Police, the Dubois County Sheriff's Office, Dubois County Solid Waste Management District, the Dubois County Substance Abuse Council, local participating fire stations, Dubois County Cares, and TRICAP RSVP. More information can be found on their Facebook page. Well, that has been a look at your news. Stay tuned. We have Carrie Schneider with the Dubois County Humane Society again this week. Then it's your local outlook and weather forecast on 18 WJTS. We are local people watching local people.